Hi everyone, welcome to the mini lecture Assessing Kirkpatrick's Level 1 Student Reaction. We'll start off with some terminology. For the purposes of this course, reaction is defined to include things like feelings, such as how do you feel about our IM chat reference service, comfort level, such as how comfortable are you asking for help, and satisfaction, such as how satisfied or happy are you with the information presented today. The assessment indicator or metric will be student feedback, and some methods used to capture student feedback include feedback forms of various types and surveys. What can be assessed with student feedback? Well, you can assess things like the workshop venue and logistics, which includes things such as the presentation format, the instructor skills, and the classroom environment. Library anxiety or information confidence can be assessed as well, and this includes things like comfort using the library resources, navigating the building, or asking a librarian for help. Some classroom assessment techniques available for one-shots include things like smile sheets, which we'll be covering a great deal of in this course, so I won't go into any more detail about it. But you can also use things like opinion polls, which is a quick way to find roadblocks or bottlenecks in student understanding. And the methods can range from high-tech response systems such as clickers to more low-tech like asking for a show of hands or having students in groups and having them raise colored index cards in response to multiple choice questions. Another one you might consider is self-confidence surveys. The purpose is to show areas where students feel confident or anxious, and it's using a quick survey. You can complete it in class if you want immediate feedback, or at the end of class if you're thinking in terms of offering the workshop again to another section of the class, or for program review. And there are also more options that we're not covering at the moment, but we recommend that you look at the Bowles, Terry, and the Niewald book for more ideas. I thought we would also talk about a few assessment tips or things that we learned from our experience doing this sort of feedback assessment over the years. The first one is consider using paper forms. There are some advantages. It saves a great deal of time for logging in and finding an online form, and it improves the response rate from 50 to 60% to 80 to 90%. We do this by simply having the paper forms already on the tables that the students will be sitting at when they come in, and they can complete them either during the session or at the end of the session. Now, the disadvantages, of course, is it does add time for manual data entry, and it also adds time to the process and cost of the paper itself and the copying. Another thing you might consider is using a mix of rating and comment item. By ratings, we mean things like Likert scales or other numerical or quantitative results. By comments, we're thinking in terms of free text responses, which gives you a more qualitative data to work with. And the advantages is you do capture a broader, richer range of data, and you tend to capture more data. For example, students in a hurry tend to at least complete the quantitative or the rating items. Students with more time or with something to say will actually write comments. There are some disadvantages, of course. It does require more complex data analysis because you're not only doing ratings and quantitative, but you're also doing qualitative analysis. And it also requires more time for data entry and analysis.